vacation time. It's time to get back at it on this car. Want to get this quarter panel wrapped up. Just gotta get it prepped, get it welded on, and then get all the welds cleaned up, and then we can move on to the other side. So hopefully get that done throughout this video, and then we can move on. So stick around, maybe you'll learn something, hopefully you'll be entertained, and just see how the project's going. So I'm going to get out into the shop and get back to work. See you in a bit. Well, I forgot to shoot some before video, but I think if you look back to the original video, this corner here was all smashed in, and a bunch of Bondo. Actually, the Bondo here was over a 1/2 inch thick. This whole thing was rolled under, and they just built it out with Bondo. They had to weld up some holes they had drilled in there. But now it's close enough for now. We'll wait now until we get the whole car stripped and get this thing bolted onto the car and line up the grill and everything, and then I can take the shrinking disc and clean up a bunch of this. But yeah, it's pretty close now. Maybe I can throw a picture in. I think I have a picture of it. But yeah, it's a lot better than it was. Trying to eliminate as much Bondo as possible and get everything as close as we can in the metal. All right, I'm going to keep at it. So this is something that's just been bugging me too much. So you look at this one here, how the flange dips down. See over on that one and that one, it all dips down. And on this one, it pokes up. So I don't know what Jegs was thinking there, what happened. But I'm going to cut this thing out, flip it, weld it back in. It's not much of a drain when it's got that high of a lip. So just been bugging me too much. I thought I could let it go, but nope, it's got to be changed. So get that done. All right, that looks better. Yeah, it was just one of them little things that was bugging me. Just want to have it right. So now it's sitting the way the others are. Hopefully the factory plugs will fit back in good and it'll drain when you need it to. Looks good there too. Little undercoat, top and bottom, and she'll be good. All right, now I can move on to some other stuff and we'll keep chugging along. So I'm starting to prep the quarter panel, get it ready to weld on. So I'm starting, normally I would just probably sand it with some 80 grit and put some epoxy on it and be good to go. But due to the rust on this, I mean, this thing was not stored in a good spot. It was just out in the shed for many years, and so it's got some rust starting under here. It's just a surface rust, but some of it can get a little deep. So I'm working it down first with the abrasive discs. I'm not taking too much of the metal off, and then I'll go over that with an 80. I don't want to prime over this stuff, so I'm not getting it 100% clean with the strip it disc till I get to the rusty areas, and then I'm getting more aggressive with it, and then the 80 grit. So that'll prep it really nice for the epoxy. Then we'll be ready to weld it on. I've already got all of this prepped and undercoated and ready to roll. Came out really good. I'm still impressed with this being a convertible and how good it all looks down in here. Normally this is all rusted down here in convertibles I've done before. So yeah, I'm happy with that. But yeah, this is all prepped, ready to go. We'll get the quarter panel ready and we'll get this thing welded on. I'll be back when I get it completely stripped. Well, it's all prepped, all ready to go. So yeah, I did use a little bit of the 36 grit where it was a little more rusty, but otherwise just 80 grit by hand was enough. Got a good scratch in it, so should be ready to go. I got all the holes punched, fixed the hole around the bumper mount, punched all the holes for the spot welds along the bottom and along the wheel well. So now we'll just get her primed and let her set up, and then we can weld it on. So I got the panel all prepped, got all the epoxy on it, and then I put some undercoat in the areas where it won't be getting any welding. Then after it's welded on the car, we'll go back in and try to spray the rest of it. So yeah, and I also went and re-stripped around the edge where I'm welding, give a good clean weld, and did the same on all the spot weld holes or rosette welds, plug welds, whatever you want to call them, on both sides. I also cut off all tabs except that center one. I'll use that one to help me get it hung and start getting my clamps on, and then I'll remove that one. So yeah, now it is ready to put on and start welding, and see how it goes. Hopefully we can keep the warpage to as little as possible. Plan is to have the air hose handy and just do like 2 tacks, cool it, 2 tacks, cool it, and just keep jumping around the car and try to avoid as much shrinkage as possible. So all right, I'm gonna get this thing hung on the car and start getting some clamps on it. And I'll come back when we get it all clamped up and ready to weld. Well, I got the top all clamped here. Might have to do a little change in here. It was hard to get clamps in here. The gap's getting a little wide down on this end here. So I might have to readjust after I get a couple of tacks in down here. But this gap down here all looks really nice. Everything's good and straight. It's kind of hard to get the clamps to grab on such a small lip there, but it'll hold. So yeah, I think once I get probably into about this area in here, I might have to just remove that clamp and just hold this in. I'll have to judge that by how this edge looks. So I mean, my cut may be a little wide there. I don't want to push the quarter panel in if it's looking nice and straight out here. So I just have to kind of work it as we go. But otherwise, no, the gap looks good. So I think I'll start putting some tacks in here and getting this thing attached, and then we'll be back. Well, all the perimeter tack welding is done all the way around, so I get all the clamps off. Came up pretty good. Tacks laid out real nice. I just had 1 or 2 little blowouts there. I like the gap, and we're nice and level from patch to body. So it's looking pretty good. It did get really tight on me up here. I may end up taking the cutoff wheel and just putting a little relief in there to give it some room to expand when I weld. Let me roll this up a little here. But otherwise, yeah, the full perimeter's tacked. Sounds nice and solid, so I'll get some more tacks done on what I've already done, add to it, and then I can start coming in and clamping this up nice and tight and doing some of these rosettes. But all in all, yeah, it's looking really good. I'm happy. I think it'll be good. I think we'll have minimal warpage. being really careful, just keeping it as cool as I can, keeping the tacks just nice and small. Obviously good penetration. So yeah, it is coming along. Just takes a lot of time. You can't rush it. So we'll just keep plugging away, and I'll come back when I have something else to show you. Alright, you got her upside down right now. It's not the camera. So I got all the welding done. There's all the rosettes along the bottom here and along the wheel well. I'll rosette it in, plug welded, whatever you want to call it. Got the whole perimeter done. Some of them are a little taller than I'd like, but that just means a little more grinding. It worked really well where I literally would do one tack, cool it with a hose, one tack, cool it with the hose, and I've got just virtually no warpage, just maybe the tiniest bit. I haven't done any hammer and dolly work yet, so it should come up pretty good. So yeah, now I just got to go along and grind everything out. These I won't have to touch too much, a couple of them maybe, but they're pretty good. And then I'll go along and trim this down. You know, I'll probably just throw a piece of masking tape on there as a guide, trim that all back. But otherwise, yeah, this quarter panel is installed, welded. So I'll just get it ground down. We'll show you that, and we'll call this side done. Well, until I get it blasted, I would say this quarter panel is done. Still needs some, hammer and dolly work and all that kind of good stuff, but that'll happen after we get it blasted. Otherwise, looks pretty darn good. Yeah, I'm happy. I'll probably end up doing the same on the other side. It just, I don't see the point in trying to just patch it in. So I'll probably end up doing a whole quarter. I may, on the other side, run it down to here rather than up on top like I did on this one. We'll see how things look. But anyway, yeah, got that quarter panel on and done. I'm happy with it. It looks good. Welding went good. Everything fit nice. So we can move ahead, get the other side done, and then I think the body is ready to go to the stripper. So, all right, I'm going to end this video here, and hopefully you stuck around to see this part. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye.